Kinsale trying to do what Vermola couldn't finish. Big shot. He's down. He's down. That is your middleweight king. His name is Patrick Kinsale.
Serem na Patrika Kinsela.
Máš na to co roku? Nezajímáš.
Ve finále nejvíc trapnil sám sebe.
A magnificent rematch for which the Czechs and Slovaks have waited 4 years is finally here. Rivals.
Celý ty 4 roky se Carlito do mě různě obouvá.
Champions.
Ještě tady lítá nějaká malá, tlustá 77 s mým pásem.
Mně přijde, že Karel tomu českému MMA jako škodí.
The light heavyweight title is not enough for Terminator. He wants to hold the middleweight title as well.
Pás, co má půjčenej to malý hovado, tak bych si ho vzal zpátky domů.
Patrick Inspector Kinsale versus Carlos Terminator Vermola.
84 je jediný pravý šampion. Je zde.
December 30th, O2 Arena, Prague. Tickets for sale on ticketportal.cz and ticketmaster.cz. Katharina Dalisda, with a record of 9 matches, enters Oktagon MMA to perform in front of her hometown fans in Frankfurt for the first time. In her 10th match, she will face her toughest opponent so far, coming from America, Mallory Martin. Dalisda has 6 wins and 3 defeats on her account. She's very good on the ground, but that might not be enough to defeat Mallory Martin. The American comes to Europe to mend her mood after 3 losses out of 4 UFC fights. The Invicta UFC and LFA veteran is able to finish her opponents both standing and on the ground. She has faced far tougher opponents than Katharina Dalisda before, but Dalisda can only surprise us. This very interesting women's fight, and the only one at Oktagon 36, can begin.
So here we go. Strawweight action. Finally, that music drops for this lady, Mallory Martin, from Colorado in the USA, and this will be the first of 3 fighters, Brad, we have here on this card that are coming from Denver, Colorado to compete here in the Festhalle. Mallory Martin, a UFC veteran, 7 pro wins, 4 by finish, 2 submissions, and both those submissions are rear naked chokes. Now, one of those rear naked chokes came up in a UFC fight with Hannah Siffers. Now, she was in real trouble in that first round, Brad. She got caught by a heavy right hand, dropped, absolutely dropped to her back. Was a shot she didn't see coming. Instinctively kept fighting. Instinctively, while the referee was asking to show more, she kept going. She found her way back to her feet. She found a way to survive round number 1, and in round 2, she came out with an absolute fire in her belly. She got the fight to the ground, put a beating on Hannah Siffers, then to make her take her back, took the throat and got that finish. That showed me, and this is what Bojan Veličković said about this young lady, showed me what a little gangster this young lady really is.
It shows a lot of strength and character. It's always easy to win a fight when you're winning, but to turn adversity around and lose the first round and come back in the second shows good true strength and character.
Mallory Martin inside the cage, set to make her Oktagon debut. Now this lady, Katharina Dalisda, this lady was in the crowd at Oktagon 33. She witnessed her teammates from MMA Spirit come here, compete, soak up this atmosphere. And she made it a mission, Brad, a mission to get on the card, get on this card here, because she has had 9 professional fights across Germany. Never has she fought in her hometown. Never has she experienced what it's like to walk out with a full crowd behind her. Tonight, she gets to do exactly that.
And what exciting times, not just for German MMA, but for female German MMA, that help it sort of grow here. And also what she's done Normally when you fight in your hometown for your first time, you won't mind a nice little easy warm-up sort of fight. This is not a warm-up fight. This is the tough fight, so she's doing things the hard way, which I'll give her a lot of credit for.
Yeah, comes in with a great skill set as well. Has trained judo since the age of 5, has been training that now 17 years, is a black belt in judo. Moved and transitioned it into MMA really well, and you talk about certain styles of martial art that fit into MMA. We talk about combat sambo, you talk about wrestling. Judo is one of them as well, right, Brad?
Yeah, judo is a very solid sort of base. It mixture of wrestling and people are always thinking about judo, good takedowns. Not just the takedowns, they actually have very good control when it hits the mat.
So here she is, Katharina Dalisda inside the cage, set and ready to make her debut here. The first ever, the historic first ever female fight here for Oktagon on German soil, and it will feature these two ladies, 28-year-old American Mallory Martin taking on 31-year-old Frankfurt's own Katharina Dalisda. You look here at the height and reach, almost the same. Records similar, but the tip sport odds have tipped their cap towards the American Mallory Martin. We're set, we are ready, let's get this one underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a strawweight bout that is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we start in the blue corner. She is 28 years old, stands 161 centimeters tall, weight in at 52.4 kilograms. Represents Eastern Training Center, and the coaches in her corner are Peter Straub, Sean Madden, and Aaron Porter. With a professional record of 12 fights, 7 wins, and 5 losses. Representing Neruda Cup team Tip Sport, fighting out of United States of America. In the blue corner, Mallory Martin. In the red corner, she is 31 years old, stands 160 centimeters tall, and weight in at 52.65 kilos. Represents MMA Spirit Frankfurt, and the coaches in her corner are Mohamed Ali, Rassa Hayati, and Mehdi Meziri. With a professional record of 9 fights, 6 wins, and 3 losses, fighting out of Germany, Katharina Dalisda. Referee in charge is Gerd Richter.
Okay, ladies, you know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. When I say stop, you stop. Fight hard, fight fair. Touch your gloves, please, and step back in the corner.
So here we go. Listen to the crowd. Raise the roof for Katharina Dalisda. She is in the red corner. Black kit taking on Mallory Martin, the American, fighting out of Denver, Colorado. She is in the white kit, blue corner. Southpaw versus Orthodox here. Me, BRYAN LACEY, alongside Brad One Punch Pickett. And Brad, Mallory Martin, she said she doesn't believe Dalisda will look to shoot on her. She thinks Dalisda will look to keep this on the feet. Mallory Martin believes that she has got the edge if it comes to grappling. But you've got to question that a little bit. You see how they test up, at least when you add to that the credentials, the judo credentials of Dalisda.
Yeah, sometimes some things with fights is like game plans change within the fight. And that's what I always say a lot of my fights. You've got to have a loose game plan, because things could always change. You know, like you hit with a shot, then you turn, strikers turn into wrestlers sometimes. But at the moment, she's doing the right thing, Dalisda. She's circling away from the power right hand here from Mallory.
And you got to think about that moment that Dalisda had as well, sitting in the crowd here, Brad, in that last fight. I mean, no one had witnessed what Oktagon did, the atmosphere they created here in the fest hall here at Oktagon 33. She sat in the crowd, she watched it, she watched her teammates compete, and now she's here. You got to think, what were the nerves like this week, right? What was that anticipation, the build-up to this bout like?
Yeah, I mean.
Straight left, I should say, down the pipe.
I was just about to say, Brian, both of them are struggling to find their range, but she found a home for that straight piston of a left hand that dropped Mallory Martin. She's doing a good job to recover here now. I'd like to see Dalisda trying to break off
Well, Dalisda is turning it around. You called it the right adjective, piston. It really shot down the middle from nowhere, connected clean right on the bridge of the nose there.
Yeah, more of a flash knockdown. It was a stiff, and it's definitely gives something for Dalisda to think about. You know, sorry, Mallory Martin to think about, because that landed clean. Now Mallory Martin trying to press forward.
Credit to Martin, though, the recovery. We talked about the Hannah Siffers fight she had, where she did get dropped and she recovered and she came back. But also, you got to credit the composure, right, of Dalisda. Dalisda not to get too greedy now and try and headhunt. Oh, nice left from Martin.
Also, testimony is not many female fighters at this weight class could drop someone like that with a straight shot. So there's a little bit of good power in the hands by Dalisda. She's consistently circling the correct way the whole time, but sometimes just to mix things up, I will go the other way. You can't always go the same way, because you can become very predictable, but
50 seconds now left in this first round. Oi, Dalisda again swinging those punches. Oh, a nice duck under there. Didn't quite get the full connection. Look at the frame and circle, though, from Dalisda, Brad.
Yeah, very good hips. Make sure she gets the hips far out here. Now she's trying to drive in herself, having a struggle doing the head position. Good position by Mallory Martin, stopping Dalisda to get underneath.
Yeah, Martin has that grappling background coming out of that Eastern Training Centre. You look at the coaches in the corner, Sean Madden, Peter Straub, Aaron Porter, all world-class coaches. 1 minute 15 seconds. You can hear in that corner they want her to finish strong, and with 1 minute left, oh, nice right hand. That just connected there over the top. Katharina Dalisda coming out of that MMA Spirit camp. Oh, nice left hand again. MMA Spirit gym, Brad. She has no female sparring partners at her weight, so she has to spar guys basically 15 to 20 kilos heavier than that. And I've been in that gym. There's no easy rounds in MMA Spirit. There's one of those gyms where it's absolutely packed on the mats every sparring day.
Oh.
And again, Dalisda. Wow, it's the noise it makes, Brad. This strawweight, 115 pounds, 52.2 kilograms of absolute rocket.
They say that lightning don't strike twice, but those sounds sounded like thunder, and that's exactly that. The two piston-saw shots.
Final 10 seconds here. Wow. Katharina Dalisda with those two significant strikes, you've got to say, Brad.
Yeah.
Now when you go back to your stool, your team's got to be confident, right? They've got to really believe that those shots, those significant strikes, has left Mallory Martin need to chase the fight. But again, I'm going to jump to this Siffers fight again. I saw the way she reacted in that. We have got a real fighter on our hand. We've got a corner that will be giving her solid advice, sound advice, that will reprogram her, get a reset for this second round. So as far as Katharina Dalisda, she's got to stay switched on, because I know there'll be a storm coming in the form of Mallory Martin.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, lightning, like you see here, the first one, that piston left. That was the first one, and this may be the second one towards the end of the round. Yeah, both of them, and you heard it. Kate Side, I don't know if you hear back home as well as we did. They landed so clean and so hard.
Oh, there we see again, just the power.
Buckling the legs.
Already first off her stool is Mallory Martin. Looking fresh. She's been in bad situations before. She's turned them around before. There's the tip spot odds. Dalisda now clearly in front. Set and ready for round number 2. Here we are in the Festhalle Frankfurt. Katharina Tigres Dalisda comes out. Red corner, black kit, taking on Mallory Martin in the white kit, blue corner. Oh, now the pressure. You can already feel it.
Change your game plan as well. Wait for the takedown. Good attempts, but very good hips shown there by Dalisda to prevent that. But that could be an early sign of a game plan from the corner to say, look, okay, on the feet, we've got to be careful of the power of the hands. Let's maybe try and get it down.
And listen, Martin's had some success as well. That right hand has connected. It's just not been as impactful as the straight left that's come from Dalisda.
Also, she's landed that hook a few times, but you're right, there's a power difference within these shots.
And Dalisda, look at the right hand on Martin. Look at how high up that is now. The guard here covering that side of the face. The target that Dalisda has been able to expose a couple of times already.
Yeah, but the thing is with Dalisda's shot is landing, it doesn't matter if your hands up because it's coming straight down the middle, in between the guard. That's what makes it a lot different now with MMA gloves compared to boxing gloves. The gap.
That peekaboo is not the same, right?
You can't rely on your gloves being high to help you. You have to rely a lot more on head movement.
Oh, stepping forward is Martin. That was nice though, Martin. What you saw there, the angle off, the little lateral movements, they're not staying there straight in front of Dalisda. 1 minute 30 seconds now done in this second round, and again that left hand keeps firing down the pipe. And that seems to be the weapon of choice.
Good little fake shot there as well by Mallory Martin, trying to get a bite from Dalisda.
She got it.
Yeah.
She got it 100%. You saw an instant reaction there from Dalisda. You can hear the corner there from Mallory Martin. They want her to follow the shot in on the single.
Oh. See, that was much better there by Mallory Martin, because when she threw her shot, her head came off that center line, because Dalisda's left hand went straight past her head.
Dalisda really is very aware that takedown could be coming. Oh, a high kick. Snapping high kick right onto the arm there, the forearm of Mallory Martin. Oh, again, that left hand.
It's been a very good pace as well. There's not been much of a break between the two. They've both been up punching and kicking range. There's not much clinching going on. Not a lot of time on the floor.
Yeah, you talk about the pace, Brad, but the technique as well, right? This is so technical from both these young fighters. The hands, the movement, the footwork. Oh, Martin coming in, needs to set that up, right? That entry, right?
Because like, even when she, earlier on in a round, again!
Oh, and they're snapping the right hand back from Martin instantly.
Yeah, but she did take that one pretty well. But it still shows the danger of Dalisda with that straight left. But yeah, going back to Mallory Martin, she does need to set up a takedown as well, because early in the round she had a couple of good shots and she didn't succeed with those either. I kind of feel like she needs to try and catch Dalisda throwing her shots and timing her throwing her shots rather than shooting herself.
A round of applause there from the crowd here in the Festal. Catching the kick from Dalisda. Oh, it's been an all stand-up fight so far as well, Brad. And you get the sense Martin wants to close that distance, get that clinch. What does she need to do that?
It's hard to say, but you need to get into fighting range. She's like staying on the outside. What she needs to do is maybe Dalisda throwing one of her shots and go for a takedown then. Like right there, as she throws that straight left. Maybe to go for a takedown then. He's in Celedon against the judo black belt with some really good hips.
Really good hips, and as they circle around us, that left hand just clips that right side of the cheek once more from Dalisda. Now, Brad, as she circles around, you'll see the size of the thighs, the legs of Dalisda. Power from the hands comes from the legs, right? And you can see why this strawweight hits so hard.
Yeah, a lot of people see like people with big arms and stuff. I think I must be able to punch up, but it's not that. It's not even just the legs, it's everything. It goes from your legs to your hips to your waist to your elbow to your shoulder to your fist. Your fist is the last thing, and that's how you can generate some really good power using all your body weight behind your punch.
Final seconds of round number 2.
Honestly, I don't know if it's a good thing having these microphones in the cage, because it makes me wince every time I hear these punches land.
That's crazy to hear from a man that used to make his living in that cage, Brad.
I know, but
so look,
it's a lot safer watching it from the outside, believe me.
So look, Well, we are here set for round number 3, and I've got to give credit to both these young ladies. The conditioning, the pace that they're coming in, the technique that they're throwing. It's an exquisite display of striking in particular, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, it was also as a southpaw versus orthodox. They both had the same sort of strikes, but you kind of feel that this is where you go about training camps. If you don't have a lot of southpaws to train with, you know, there's not many southpaws out there all the time. So like, if you don't have a southpaw in the gym, you're going to struggle when it comes to the straight left, where Dalisda's been landing heavily. And with Dalisda, in her gym, there's going to be a lot of orthodox people. There's more orthodox around, so she's always going to be used to that. So much closer around the second round. There were, you know, I would say this round could still be up for grabs. I mean, like, for me, that second round was a bit 50-50. Obviously, the first round, Dalisda, but this is still there for the taking for Mallory Martin, but she's got to really show something here now.
It's a very animated corner of Mallory Martin in between these rounds. The tip sport odds of Dalisda now heavily in front. Oh, Martin again just shooting with nothing behind it.
Yeah, also that was a very, like, laboured sort of shot, as in not a lot of confidence in that.
But we know she's got great grappling. We've seen it before in her other fights. Oof. Dalisda always moving as well. Always following that outside line. Keeping that foot on the outside of the lead foot there of Mallory Martin.
Yeah, see the nose as well. It's taking a few hits. Mallory Martin, blood trickling from it. Maybe a bit of kind of lumps on the nose as well. Good little combination there by Martin.
She's still switched on, Brad. And again, Bojan Veličković described what she's like to train with and says she gives everything to this sport. Oi. And like when it gets gritty, sometimes you see fight, that's when, you know, you can tell the difference between just a martial artist and a fighter, right? Somebody that can dig deep, doesn't get despondent, keeps the fight coming, always believes, and that's what you've got in Mallory Martin.
Yeah, she's walking forward, the blood trickling now out of the nose as well. Her nose is taking a battering a few times here. She may be struggling to breathe out of it. She's wiping the nose now, obviously.
Yeah, a little bit of blood coming from that. Oh, Dalisda eats a straight right, just glances across her own nose.
One thing I've just noticed there, the difference is in when Mallory Martin throws a straight cross, Dalisda's head's not in a straight line, where every time that Dalisda throws a straight, Mallory Martin is still within that center line.
Oi. And again there she sets the shot up, throws the strike, charges for the cage.
Yeah, done well to use that just to close that distance, but it's good.
Oh, it's a battle to stay connected for Martin. It was a battle to get that space and back into open water for Dalisda, and Dalisda, really good work.
Yeah, she's doing a much better job here, the Preston. Dalisda gets, oh, it's just every time she's in that sort of range, that left hand is so dangerous. Good little double jab, 1-1-2 that I call.
Covered up nicely though, Martin. Dalisda though, staying active. She's mixing the weapons up as well, Brad. That's what I like. She's working the kicks. She's using the hands. A few feints coming in there as well.
Yeah, very clean boxing. From Dalisda, being very impressed. And through those kicks just keep coming up here just to give a different look. But the punch is stood out for me tonight. Has been that straight left hand.
Yeah, she's always got it cocked and armed, ready to fire down that pipe. Oi, now Mallory Martin coming forward again.
She does a good job as she comes forward and lands it really well with a 1-1-2. And also she's very good at countering with that straight left as well.
Final 1 minute 40 seconds here. So far, all stand up between these two ladies. This the historic night. This is the first ever ladies bout take part on German soil here for Oktagon MMA. Oof.
And there's still a lot of pop on that left hand as well. You kind of thought within the third round it may diminish, but every time she throws it, it makes me wince.
But she's loose as a striker, Brad, and when you throw stiff, hard shots, it's exhausting, right? Whereas she's been efficient, she's fought at her pace, And she's got a key weapon, the key weapon being that left hand. Oh, again.
She's doing a good job of keeping her right foot on the outside, which is giving her a good success rate of landing that straight left. Good, that's what she
we needed, yeah.
The timing. That was a much better attempt there by Martin.
40 seconds left. Oy. There's one, yeah, the corner
no
literally
regrets,
said no regrets. Leave it all out there. And the festival is pretty silent now, but the atmosphere is tense, right, Brad? They're tuned and dialed into this fight completely.
Ooh.
15 seconds. Oh, a little slip. Final seconds of this bout. Martin moving forward again. Walking Dalisda down. Martin raises her hands, Dalisda raises her hands. She believes she's done enough. And to say the shots that Martin took in that first round, 2 heavy left hands that put her on her butt, came back, kept the pressure. Max Koga, you can see him there. What a character he is, a key part of that MMA Spirit Gym, one of the main friends, training partners with Stefan Putz. A key part of Dalisda's preparation as well for this. And we'll look back, talk us through some of this, Brad.
Coming out of the fight, we was always talking about Dalisda's judo, but I was so impressed with her striking here tonight. It was just on point, and the key punch was that straight left, bam, and you see it land time and time again. This is the 3rd round where he maybe didn't have enough pop. Well, I say that he did. It's just I kind of felt like Mallory Martin just was eating a bit better within the 3rd round, but as the 1st round for me was the most significant round. But as you see by the teletape, you see all the punches landed heavily in Dalisda's favour.
Yeah, we will go to the judges' scorecard for this one. 3 exquisite rounds we were treated to right here in this historic moment between these 2 ladies. We will wait with bated breath to see which way this one goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee scored this fight. All 3 judges scored the same points, 30-27, for the winner from the red corner, Katharina Dalisda.
Katharina, erstmal Glückwunsch zu deinem Sieg. Klasse gemacht, technisch guter Kampf. Du hast in der ersten Runde 2-mal angeklingelt, hast mit einer langen Linken super gut getroffen. Erzähl, wie hast du den Kampf erlebt?
Ja, war super. Also hat Spaß gemacht. Ich bin froh, dass ich wieder im Cage stehen durfte. Das war für meine Verhältnisse eine sehr lange Pause. Ja, wir haben genau an diesen Sachen gefeilt und die Sachen habe ich dann noch versucht umzusetzen und ich würde sagen, es hat geklappt. Und ich muss sagen, diese Handschuhe, die connecten echt gut.
Okay, so she says it's all been fun for her. She's been very well prepared and this is exactly what they've been working at. So she was just here to execute the game plan. Okay, Katharina, du hast jetzt dein Oktagon-Debüt mehr als erfolgreich gemacht, super Kampf geliefert. Was kommt als nächstes für dich?
Ja, ich würde sagen, ein 2. Oktagon-Fight. Also Gegnerin ist noch offen, aber ja, ich habe Bock, ich bin fit, ich habe, glaube ich, nicht so viel abbekommen. Kann weitergehen.
Okay, so she's ready to fight again very soon. She's not hurt, she's not injured. She says, let's go, and she's going to be happy to fight again. Katharina Dalisda, meine Damen und Herren.
Dankeschön.
Sauber, Glückwunsch.
The return of the sovereign champion back home to Ostrava, to the toughest city in the Republic.
Za Ostravu, Oktagonu neporažen, neoddiskutovatelný šampion welterové váhy.
David Pink Panther Kosma. with 5 title defenses.
No tak to je neskutečné. Tlačí a kola zasahuje. Juan ide blízko ukončení a Kozma to znovu dokázal.
And in the 6th, he will face perhaps the most dangerous challenge ever. The man who sent Bararoš to the ground.
Skočené koleno.
BRYAN.
Další turnér.
Andrej Kalašnik.
Kalašnik je obrovský problém, Kajkovec. Representing Brazil.
Kajk Brito. Oktagon 37, December 3rd in Ostrava. Tickets available in the Ticket Portal network.